before I go into the gameplay, I'm going to show you my deck and how to quickly build it through using the new Duel Links website, duellinks.gamepress.gg. This deck only uses rares from box sets. No super rares, no ultra rares from box sets. We have 3 Harpy Ladies, the non-vanilla ones since we aren't using Order to Charge because that is a super rare. We are using Master Qianshi due to its 1750 attack. If you use a Harpy to destroy both field spells in the mirror match, then Master Qianshi will be able to overpower your opponent's Sonic Ducks and Bird Faces. Sonic Duck because it is 1900 with the field spell, and also being level 3 is also a great bonus, which is why it's in the deck. Enemy Controller is in here, which should be used in most decks for its overall versatility. Here is a new card, Dimension Gate. Dimension Gate helps protect you from any threats to your monsters, and also has some cool combos with it. Because it counts as a special summon, if you special summon a Harpy, it will trigger your field spell. Here's a combo with Dimension Gate. Metal Morph is great for dealing with the newly popular deck 3-star Demotion, which summons big monsters. Security Orb is a great new card from the latest set. Great in the Harpy mirror match. Here's a combo with Security Orb. One of my favorite features of this website is its draw simulator. This is great for testing out draws with new decks. Quickly, let's go through on how to obtain this deck easily. You can obtain Master Qianshi from the Chaotic Compliance set. This site also lets you test out pack openings. For Chaotic Compliance, I would reset the box after you obtain an Eliminating the League and a Magic Drain. Sonic Duck is from Wonders of the Sky box. I would reset the Wonders of the Sky box after you obtain a Bird Face. And then we have Security Orb, which is from the latest set, Land of the Titans. Basically, you have 2 choices with resetting the box with this set. You could choose to try to get 3 Gearfrieds, which could possibly be good in the future. Or you could try to obtain all the Baboon cards. Ideally for your Harpy deck, you're going to want to obtain at least 2 Order to Charges from the Ultimate Rising set to build something similar to this. But for the purpose of this video, we aren't going to be using Order to Charge. If you want to obtain the new card Dimension Gate, you're going to have to farm the Paradox Brothers. If you want to obtain Metal Morph, you're going to have to farm Joey Wheeler. And if you want Enemy Controller, you're going to have to farm Kaiba. I'm going to start off the gameplay with a couple duels against everyone's new favorite deck, 3-star Demotion. Duel! We can expect the Champion's Vigilance here. A good way to see if a card is Champion's Vigilance is if you summon a monster like Sonic Duck while you have a field spell. And on summon, if there is a pause before it gains its attack boost, then you know they have a Champion's Vigilance. In some of this footage you'll see me using Windstorm, which I later took out for a 3rd Metal Morph. This game shows how strong it is to have protection plus metal morph against 3-star demotion. With Windstorm and Security Orb, there is nothing he could do here. In case he is teching any Dark Magician specific spells, I destroy the Dark Magician. For some reason he attacks my other duck, so I could save onto my Windstorm.
Duel!
With Flame Ogre, it is safe to assume we aren't playing against the Champion's Vigilance variant. At this moment, it is time to do the Dimension Gate combo I showed you earlier. You take control of Barrel Dragon, then banish it with Dimension Gate. When Barrel Dragon special summons to your side of the field, you keep control of the Barrel Dragon. Starting now will be my 5-game win streak from Plat 3 to King of Games.
Duel!
Hain's mandatory effect forces him to send my Harpy back whether he wants to or not. Recently, Flash Assailant has become much more popular in Ranked, being seen in many different builds. With toggle set to auto, cards like Metal Morph will be used at the last possible moment in the damage step, as soon as you enter the damage step. Not really sure what I'm playing against, but this is Plat 3.
Duel.
On to Game 2 at Plat 3. It's a disadvantage to start first in the mirror match in most cases. I make sure to not set more than one card in the mirror match at the start of the game. Sometimes later in the game, even with 2 field spells, it is okay to set 2. The important thing here is to make sure you destroy your security orb with their field spell. With only one field spell up and board control, I could set both of my Metal Morphs confidently. This was a quick game thanks to Security Orb. If you play defensively around a mirror wall, then you run the risk of being rushed by an aggressive Security Orb play in the mirror match. With no field spell from Yugi, you can be confident that they are playing Destiny Draw. I'm assuming his strategy is to wait for me to trigger his Destiny Draw. With my Harpies effect, I am lucky enough to hit the security orb out of the 3. Sometimes if you lose to bad luck like this, then you just have to be okay with it, as long as you played correctly and your deck is well built. I decide to trigger his Destiny Draw for the damage because of the cards I have. He definitely should not have used Mirror Wall right there. So I have a decision here to take control of Kaibaman or not. I decide against it due to Master Kyoshi being my only monster. I decide that I could likely play around a Blue Eyes instead of getting rid of my only monster to then hopefully draw a new one. As you could see with Sonic Duck, because there was a delay in him gaining his attack boost, we know he has a Champion's Vigilance set. My plan here is to get him below 3k life, then have a Harpy destroy his Gaia Trap, so he takes 3000 damage and loses. I decide to wait it out with my Security Orb for more options. Now with 2 enemy controllers, I could make my play here, but instead I decide to wait for a Harpy for a greater chance to win if I draw one. If not, I was confident I would at least draw another monster for another opportunity at this play. My plan with the Harpy is to use the enemy controller on whatever remaining monster I have. He will negate with Champion's Vigilance, then my Harpy will destroy my Dimension Gate to special summon my other Harpy, and use the field effect again and possibly win from there. With no Harpy, I am forced to make my desperate play now. It was a definite big risk to wait for another Harpy or at least hope to draw another monster. Now all I need is a Harpy to destroy his trap to inflict 3000. Luckily he is unfamiliar with how Dimension Gate works and loses because of this.
Duel.
On to game 4 at Plat 3. While my hand is poor, going first when you have many monsters to summon isn't too bad. Especially when he can't press his hand advantage of going second by setting 2 back row because of the fear of having 2 field spells out. Because he used my own field spell to destroy my security orb, I do not get its effect. I am suspecting his face down is a magic drain at this point. Luckily, his field spell destroys the security orb to put me in a position to win this game. And then he disconnects. On to the 5th and final game at Plat 3. We are both on our 5th and final game towards King of Games.
Duel.
Opening first again in the Harpy Mirror match. I decide against even setting a Dimension Gate, as summoning a Sonic Duck early is a strong play. I have the choice here to destroy both field spells or to destroy mine then his back row. With Master Kyoshi in hand, I decide to destroy both field spells, as he will then be able to deal with bird faces and Sonic Ducks. To protect my Sonic Duck, I use Dimension Gate. I'm assuming he doesn't know how Dimension Gate works, as he allows me to resummon Sonic Duck for free. Thanks to Sonic Duck dealing with Harpy Lady 1, Master Kyoshi will be able to attack over bird faces and Sonic Ducks. Due to my board presence and in the position he is in, I confidently summon my other monster to try and end this early, even if he has a Kuribo. Just the better play would have been to play around 4-star Ladybug by not summoning yet. Use Sonic Duck for the attack just in case it isn't a 4-star Ladybug, so Master Kyoshi could finish the game. And now he reveals that he is playing clowns in his Harpies. This will force me into desperate plays. One of the weaknesses of Dimension Gate is being able to stop its effect with a Wild Tornado or Twister. Thankfully, I drew another monster to hopefully ensure the death of the clown while Master Kyoshi dominates the ducks and birds. Desperate to destroy my master Kyoshi, he forces me to enemy controller his clown to prevent my monster's destruction. I check his graveyard to confirm that he is stuck with a Harpy Lady in his hand. And there you go, King of Games with free-to-play Harpies, no super rares or ultra rares from any box set. If you have never achieved King of Games before, I definitely recommend at least accomplishing it with a cheap version of Harpies before you invest your gems heavily. And here's a bonus clip on how to not use Dimension Gate. Let me know in the comments what he could have done with his Dimension Gate in the battle phase to prevent this from happening.